So, the third video of the day that I wanted to record is just I'm fixing up what I recorded yesterday. But do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the alert button, like, and comment. So, what I wanted to talk about is I get a lot of negative comments, emails, and a lot of judgmental people. And what I mean by judgmental is that a lot of people think, but hold up, you have a good job, how are you able to function with your job, but at the same time, receive all these services from the VA. And they think that being disabled is the same as being disabled outside of the military or outside of the veterans community. And they think that, once you're disabled, you can't work at all. You have to go register with the Social Security office. And that's how it is for some veterans. Some veterans are unable to do certain things, so they end up becoming individual unemployable, and that overall doesn't guarantee you that you're going to get Social Security, but they will have to go and apply for Social Security. Now, when it comes to the rest of the veteran community, those that are, have disabilities, there are certain disabilities where you reach 100%, you can continue to still work. And this is just to educate you guys, because the reason why I'm addressing it is because someone in the VA hospital asked me the question, but they asked me respectfully, and they just wanted to inform themselves, learn how to manage veterans and understand what they're going through, and be able to understand why they function the way they do, and understand why they receive the services that they receive, even though it seems like they're doing great, but they're not. So first of all, being 100%, it all depends. Whether you're a scheduler, permanent total, you can work. You can continue working. If you are permanent total and individual unemployable, you can't work at all. So you have to be careful. If you work, that gets taken away from you. You're a fraud. If you are TDIU, which is total disability, individual unemployable, meaning that you couldn't reach the 100%, but your service connections does not allow for you to keep working, then and if you get granted TDIU, you cannot work. You could do odds and end jobs, but they can't be greater than from what their definition it is for you to continue and getting a little bit of extra income. But it again, if let's say you're volunteering for a job or whatever it is, and that volunteer work that you're doing goes against your service connection, you are a fraud. So now that I explained that, the question for me was, you're a civil servant, how come you function the way you do, and still be able to get these services? And the way my caregiver put it, and explained it was beautifully. Throughout the years that, my sisters I always hang out, I hang out with my sisters, talk with my sisters. But the way she explained it is, I need to be in a chaotic environment. It is when I work at my best, I am able to make split-second decisions that when others will take their time to figure out what it is that prioritize and decide what it is that needs to be done, I'm already beyond that. And for my job, being a firefighter, because it's muscle memory to me, training, to me, muscle memory, I'm able to respond right away and make decisive decisions, well thought out decisions, that is good for me, and it allows me to feel needed, something that I missed a lot, and especially the brotherhood that comes with the job. And a lot of veterans, when they come back, they feel that way. They feel like they're no longer in that chaotic environment. They miss being part of that chaotic environment, and that addiction to going overseas, being part of a tour overseas, going to the sandbox, whether the tour ends up becoming combat or it is combat, or they're just doing they're on active orders or whatever it is that they're on. It for us, we end up missing that, and because we miss it, we miss our time in the service. We just don't end up reacting well when we're back in the civilian world, and we miss that feeling of being needed, of that guy knows his job, we need him, and it sucks sometimes, because now you have to adapt and overcome to your new environment, and sometimes that new environment is not as great as it was before. And I felt like that for quite a long time. I felt like my life won't ever be as great as it was before, until an opening for the current job that I'm in came up, and I took advantage of the opportunity. Yes, I have a bachelor's degree in computer engineering technology. Will I ever do anything with it? Yes, I will. I'm continuing a bachelor's of electrical engineering. And guess what? My training allows me to, do 18 credits per semester, make my life a little more chaotic, and I will still end up with a high GPA. It's just the way I was trained, and I love that type of stressors, and it's the only time I work well. And if I'm not working and if I'm stuck at home, those are the times you end up losing a lot of veterans. And you know what? Now that I'm talking about it, I'll make a video in regards to that. Recent suicides within the civil servants field, such as officers and FDNY members. Firefighters, or just the line of duty. But again, it is something that for a lot of us, we need to work. We need to feel needed, and if that goes away, what do you do then? I'm going for a bachelor's in electrical engineering. I would get paid a lot more with that degree, and obviously I would pursue a master's. Will I ever be able to use that in my line of work? Probably will. Would I probably get paid more if I go with a company such as Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, Honeywell, Lockheed Martin? Yes, I definitely will get paid a lot. But this adrenaline that my job gives me continues to help me out through my service connections, my illnesses, my mental health, but keeps me going. I pray every day that I'm alive. But thank you for listening. This is just for all you people that are judgmental, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes I just wish, just listen to what I have to say. And we served our country. We, some of us paid the ultimate sacrifice, but we served our country. Did you? If you didn't serve your country, if you didn't do your time, in the military service, then you don't know what it is like, So don't judge us for what we are going through, for the services that we are receiving. And then for you veterans that allow for these people to judge you, don't pay attention to them. And if you're not paying attention to them, good for you. They don't deserve your time of day. So keep going, keep pushing forward, and take care of yourself. All right. Take care, guys. There probably will be more videos in regards to this subject, but I just wanted to address, just because I've been getting it a lot quite lately. And it is what it is, Take care, guys. Bye-bye.